Will Trump go to jail? The answer may surprise you, so listen to the end. He's been avoiding jail for 50 plus years. This guy's a snake oil salesman, as we all know. And can he beat the system? Yes, but what would work against him? How would he go to jail? First of all, let's back up for a minute. I believe that J.D. Vance will go to jail before Trump. I believe that Pam Bondi will go to jail before Trump. And there are chances for them to go to jail. I believe Elon 100%, 1,000% is going to jail. It's going to take some time, but he's going to jail. First, he's going to get removed. There are 14 states suing the Trump administration to get this guy out of office, and I think they got a good chance of doing it. I think that there are going to be some others go to jail. There are going to be some attorney generals going to jail. U.S. attorneys, excuse me, not attorney generals. U.S. attorneys going to jail. The attorney generals on the Democratic side are on our side, which we love. But the U.S. attorneys are going to jail. And they, because they signed an affidavit. In one of the cases, those 14 states suing, they signed an affidavit saying Elon's not head of Doge. And I'm like, okay, how's that possible when 2 weeks later you got the president on the State of the Union saying he's head of Doge? Not good. It's not looking good for them. But how does Trump go to jail? Well, here's the interesting part about that. I think the bigger thing is, can the judicial branch get him to resign? I have to do a whole new video on that, but I'll break it down like this. What he's doing, going up against the judicial branch and going up against, there's constitutional issues. Can he get the judicial branch to, can the judicial branch get him to resign? And there is precedent for that. Nixon. If this guy keeps going down this road, breaking all these constitutional laws, the judicial branch is going to have to step in from the Supreme Court down and put this boy out. You're going to have to put him out. Is it possible? Maybe. Long shot. Again, I think the president's men and women under him are going to fall first. But we got to get this guy out because he's breaking about 20 plus times. And here's what he's going to do. That's why I say he's setting up Elon Musk. He's going to throw Elon and anybody else he can under that bus. And I think he's been setting Elon up for the takedown. But I think that they do have a precedent of doing this with Nixon. And there is a way. The question is, does the Supreme Court down have the guts to do it? And no, the Supreme Court is not in the pocket of Trump. How do we know? How do we know? Simply put, we've seen them stand up. Justice Roberts just rebuked the man when he was talking about articles of impeachment for Judge Boasberg in the El Salvador Aliens Act deportation case. And that's going up to the Supreme Court. This is getting ugly. It may be a chance we can get him out. There's a thing that's happening, but I think the thing that's going to surprise you, that's why I said wait to the end, is that you're going to see Elon, you're going to see Bondi, you're going to see Holman, the borders are, you're going to see them become bigger targets right now. You're going to see them get out the door right now, especially U.S. attorneys. If I was a U.S. attorney, I would be shivering in my boots right now. That's why 7 U.S. attorneys in New York resigned. That's never happened in history because they knew. They were like, oh no, we all going down. Because here's what happens. There's this old saying, rolls downhill. You know what I'm saying? If you worked in a company, in a corporation, you know what I'm talking about. They ain't gonna take the main heads. They're gonna be fall guys and fall gals into this. Fall guys, fall women for this. And the fall guys and fall gals aren't going to be big names. They're not going to have, big weight and everything. They're going to be the ones who are forced to fall on the sword and resign. And if I was you, and I've seen the U.S. attorney saw that writing on the wall in New York, I would be trying to get up out that office for real, because I think several of them are going to jail. But the point is, Trump's team under him is going to fall first. And then they coming for Trump. Will they get him? We'll see. Again, Nixon makes president in this. Will he go to jail or will he resign? A good chance they'll get him to resign before he goes to jail. But there's a chance. That's why you see J.D. Vance all quiet in the cut. He's supportive, but he's quiet in the cut. That's the slick one you got to watch. Him and Marco Rubio are the ones you got to watch because they're the slicksters. While everybody is running their mouth and, jockeying for position, those two characters are really interesting. Really interesting. If I earned your subscription, if so, subscribe. Subscribe here. If you're not on YouTube, definitely get to YouTube, Darren Monroe Politics. But if you are there, subscribe as well.